It happened to me. I'm about to get literally deep and personal with y'all, Nez Nation, on today's show. If you're a content creator, if you're somebody running a business, which content creation and business is pretty much synonymous, if you're somebody trying to build your thought presence, leadership, online reputation, this show is for you. You want to avoid this one mistake at all costs. I'm going to get really deep into it and then take your questions. It's the Creator Economy Livestream Podcast Show. You know what to do, y'all. Come on back. Welcome everybody to the Creator Economy Livestream Podcast Show. Replay viewers, podcast listeners, great to have you here with us. We always want you guys to join us live, but I understand it might not be the most opportune time. We go live every Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 Eastern Time. I am your host, Professor Nez, your ambassador to the creator economy. I've been in businesses, running businesses, teaching businesses, teaching at the university for decades, right? And I absolutely, truly believe that the creator economy is the greatest time to be alive. In a nutshell, if you're wondering, Nez, you keep talking about this. What in the world do you mean by the creator economy? Your ability to reach target audiences, companies, organizations through the power of conveying how you can solve problems and getting paid with multiple opportunities and revenue opportunities and streams. That's the creator economy, based on your own expertise, based on what you bring to the table, based on your value to the marketplace. I truly believe this is not just for content creators. I truly believe this is not just for live streamers, podcasters, video creators, what have you. This is for you, professionals, executives, post 40, post 50, post 80. This is for you. If you want to be what I think is the number one asset in today's economy, as of this recording, May 15th, 2000, in the year of our Lord, 2000 and 2022, it comes down to one word: relevancy. Engaging, putting yourself out there in the creator economy equates to relevancy. So today's show, I'm going to talk about something that is absolutely detrimental to your ability to do that. And it's a mistake that most of us are still making today. And I'm going to get personal. It's going to be dramatic. Stick around. I'm going to talk about all of that and a whole lot more. That's what this show is all about: helping you earn more, grow faster, and stress less in the creator economy. We've got the greatest online community on planet Earth, Nez Nation. Y'all, this is what you get when you come to one of our shows is, and we have a bunch of different segments. We do our weekly live stream show. We also bring on expert guests. We had Two Socks Productions. We had Levi Lassick recently. I mean, we had so many people. I mean, I can't even remember them all. Amazing guests, and we're going to bring you more experts. So if you want to earn more money and do what you love, maybe potentially be a full-time content creator, maybe potentially be a solopreneur or what have you, and quit your 9 to 5, this is your show. Good to see you, Sweeney. Sweeney's in the house. DK4K in the house. Melanie, it's so good to see you. MG, happy Sunday to you too. You see how I brought up those comments, y'all? You see how I have been talking about live streaming for decades and how it is one of the best, if not the most effective way to build your audience, build your community, build your business online. And I've tried them all because I've been live streaming since 1777. Yes, I was there during the revolution, live streaming the whole thing. Well, I get your questions in DMs all the time. Hey, Nez, how do you do this? How do you bring that ticket taper? How do you bring up these amazing comments? How do you have these banners? How do you brand yourself with your custom branding elements? Guys, this is so amazing. You don't need anybody. You don't need anybody else. You don't need any network TV station. You don't need Spotify. You don't need Apple. You don't need NBC. You can create your own show. You can create your own Tonight Show, whatever variation or manifestation that comes as, whether it's a cooking channel, an investment channel, a finance channel, a business channel, whatever you want to do, you can create powerful ways to bring value to the marketplace while all the while building your reputation and your ethos. And if I've earned your trust at all in these decades of doing this, being one of the first original live streamers, when Periscope, before Facebook Live, before YouTube Live, before Instagram, before TikTok, I've used them all. And StreamYard is the one that I choose because I'm able to go live. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on LinkedIn. I'm live on Twitter. I'm live everywhere. I'm able to bring these amazing comments up. Imad, good to see you. Brian, good to see you. Nano, good to see you. You see that? You got to use StreamYard because there's nothing better. And I've got a link in the pinned comment. I've got a link in the show notes in the description of this podcast live stream. And guess what? With my link, it's browser-based. You don't have to download anything. You don't even have to put in a credit card. You literally can just register and go live. So check out that link in the description. I highly, highly recommend that you use the live stream software that I use. Avoid all the mistakes. That's what this show is really all about. This show is all about helping you avoid, having been a full-time content creator, having been an online business owner for decades. I really wish there was somebody like me when I first started. I really wish there was somebody like me even now, to be honest with you. There's really nobody I can turn to, even for advanced content creators, to kind of get that sense of, wow, this person really knows how I feel. This individual or company or what have you really knows the struggles I'm going through, the frustrations, and they really know how to help me solve my problem. I really wish there was somebody like me around, but there just isn't. And so I'm really glad you're here. And that's what this show is all about. We're all about helping you guys to avoid all the same mistakes. So I get the same question from you as I do for, what streaming software do you use, Nez? And you guys ask me all the time, you say, hey, Nez, what kind of camera do you use? What kind of audio do you use? What kind of lighting do you use? What kind of gimbal do you use? What are your tools and gear that you use personally and that you vouch for to help me build my online presence, to help me build my online reputation? Well, guess what? I, as an Amazon influencer, have my very own storefront. And I have organized very simple idea lists where you can look at all the products that I personally use and that I vouch for, and maybe even pick them up for yourself. And so if you're wondering what kind of camera, what kind of tools I need to create my online presence, to create my reputation, just go to amazon.com/shop/Professor Nez. There's links in the description, links in the comments, and links in the show notes right now. Okay, so let's get into it, because no more dilly-dally, no more, we're going to get right into it right now. Now, you saw the thumbnail there. Don't let this happen to you. The title of this show is This One Mistake Will End Your Online Business, How to Avoid It, and it can hurt you as a content creator. Well, guess what? It's story time, folks. Let's get right into it. Please share this out. If you haven't shared this out, I would really, really appreciate it. That would mean the absolute world to me. So there isn't a business out there. And again, I put content creator in that same description. Being a content creator is a business. You have to run your YouTube channel, run your content creation business if you're getting paid. And I've talked about this multiple times on so many streams of how AdSense is the lowest hanging fruit and probably the least lucrative, especially for beginning content creators. A lot of people focus on AdSense. A lot of people focus on ad revenue. Don't get me wrong. I do really, really well with ad revenue. I do really, really well with AdSense. But as a content creator, if your goal is to truly do this full time, if your goal is to not just do this for kicks and giggles, but to actually create impact, which creates income, you've got to treat it like a business. There isn't a business out there today that can afford not to have a presence on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all these different places. You must have a presence on these platforms. You must utilize, whether it's paid advertising or what I really love to talk about, which is organic traffic, through being patient, creating content, creating value, building trust over a long period of time. I've been doing this forever. People say, Nez, how are you able to create all these revenue streams? How are you able to create all these? I've been doing this forever, y'all. It takes time. Dr. Elo in the house. Good to see you, Dr. Elo. You see, you get all these great people when you come to a Nez Nation live stream. You don't just get me, y'all. You get all these great content creators, business owners, executives, professionals. And so, I keep touting this and I keep saying this all the time, that don't put all your eggs in one basket. And by the way, if you become a member of our Nez Nation YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing in our private Facebook group, private live streams for members only, where I go dig deep into your business, into your content, into your online business, whether it's your YouTube channel, e-commerce, whatever you're doing. I'm going to help you and give you the kind of tutelage, strategy, best practices, and advice that's going to skyrocket your content and your business. So consider becoming a member. You can click below and become a member. Good to see you, Dr. Elo. Got to give a big shout out to Dr. Elo, who's a great live streamer in his own right. So it happened to me. What happened to you, Nez? Well, if you saw the thumbnail and you saw the title, I created, most of you guys know, my wife and I have a separate brand and a separate business. It's a gaming channel. And we just passed 12,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. I'm very proud of that. We're about to hit 13,000. Over 3.5 million views in 1 year, guys, in 1 year. I've talked about this many times. Most of you guys know this, but if you're new or just joining us, maybe you don't know that. And, we have a LinkedIn presence. We have a YouTube presence. We have a Facebook presence. We have an Instagram presence. We have a TikTok presence. Okay. And I'd love to hear from you guys too, if this has ever happened to you. Our TikTok channel was about to reach 18,000. We were very close to 20,000 followers. Millions and millions of views. I was able to, because I've been doing this forever, not just creating content on TikTok, but I'm creating funnels, right? I'm creating presence where I can funnel people over to our long form content, which actually that's where we can monetize people, right? Facebook, YouTube. We were in the creator fund on TikTok, but most of you guys know, let me know in the chat if you feel me. Most of you guys know TikTok doesn't pay creators jack. And I think that's going to change. And I'm going to talk about that because they just implemented a 10-minute. You can now post, if you have the latest version, you can now post 10-minute videos on TikTok. Why I think and that actually might hurt them because the culture doesn't really align with that. Kind of like how LinkedIn stories faded out. The culture just didn't fit with stories on that platform. I think Fleets is a good example. Snapchat is a good example. If you don't adapt, if you don't create ways to keep up with your competition or ways to differentiate yourself from your competition, it can be very, very bad boogie. Well, guess what? This was like a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. I wake up, okay, have my coffee, hang out with my kids, have breakfast, and then I check, on my phone like most of us. I check my different various accounts and see what's happening, right? Well, I posted a video the night before on TikTok, and I wanted to see for our gaming channel, and I wanted to see how it performed. So I click on it, and, I have multiple accounts on my TikTok channel, and I want to see how it performed. So I click on it, and, I have multiple accounts on my TikTok channel, and I want to see how it performed. So I click on it, and, I have multiple accounts on my TikTok channel, and, I want to see how it performed. So I click on it, and, I have multiple accounts I click on the TikTok app and I click to change over to our gaming channel, and it's not there. It's not there at all. And I'm like, wait, what's going on here? Wait a minute. So I close out everything on my phone. I even turn it off and on just to see if there's something going on, a glitch. I even forget it. I even just set it aside and I just forget it. Right? And I just say, you know what? It's probably just a glitch. I'll come back. I come back later on. It's still not there. Where's my gaming channel? I mean, we were making money with this channel. We were a part of the creator fund on TikTok. Where is my channel? So I start to get that feeling in my chest. Content creators, if you can feel me, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments if you know this feeling. I start getting that icky feeling in my chest. I start getting tingles, the wrong kind of tingles, the nervous panic attack kind of tingles in my toes and fingertips. What the heck is going on here? Wait a minute. What's happening here? And it starts to kind of dawn on me. There's something very wrong here. I've turned off my phone. I even uploaded and re-uploaded. I deleted the app and uploaded again. I tried everything in the book that most of us, we tend to do. Restart, reboot, etc., etc. Still not there. Okay, so I go in there. I'm still hoping this is just a major glitch. This is just a major mistake. I go in there and I do the necessary things to log into my account or support or whatever, and I put the username of our channel. This is the response I got. This flashed up on the screen. Listen to this. And by the way, give me a thumbs up if you can feel me on this. This is what showed up on the screen. Your account has been deleted, right? Actually, I didn't get this right here. Let me show the thumbnail of this show again. I didn't even get, well, actually I did. I did get, if you want to appeal this, okay? So my account was completely banned, right? Good to see you, DK4K. Yeah, Sweeney says, I know that feeling all too well. Yeah. Your account has been banned. I mean, that's like the worst case scenario, biggest nightmare ever for a content creator is your whole entire account has been banned and deleted, especially when you know, Nez Nation, deep in your heart, you did nothing wrong. So, okay, so it does offer, if you think we made a mistake, would you like to appeal? Of course. Hello. Can I get an F yeah? So I appeal it, and I'm confident too, because you guys know me. I'm a professional, right? I respect the platforms. Everything I do is very advertiser friendly, and I'm seeing a lot of people talk about other platforms too. This happens to, we're talking TikTok creators who've got millions of followers who are making 5 figures a day. Let that sink in. This happens to YouTube channels that have millions of subscribers and they get their channel deleted without any warning, without any notification. This is something I've been talking to you guys about since time immemorial. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, guess what, guys? This channel that we've been working our butt off to build up. Remember, 20,000 followers. We're eking towards 20,000 followers. We've got millions and millions of views, tons of videos too, over 200 uploads, I think, if not more. Because you know me, I work 24/8 and I work my butt off, and that's what it takes if you want to be a full-time content creator. I'm confident at this point that they're going to look at it. They're going to look at the appeal, and they're going to say, "Oh, we made a mistake. Here's your channel back." Well, guess what? 5 days later, okay? 5 days later, a week later, actually, this is the reason why I am posting, and this is the reason why this show is titled this way, because I knew I'm not the only one this has happened to, okay? And I'm going to take your questions too. If you have any questions, leave your questions in the comments. Replay viewers, leave them in the comments. There's also a questionnaire form for podcast listeners, right? A week passes by, and again, I'm confident they're going to bring it back. They have to bring it back. Like, what are you talking about? Everything I do is advertiser friendly. Well, guess what? I mean, I'm checking every day. Nothing. Finally, and I even sent an email to support. Nothing. Finally, I check it one day. This was very recently, actually, maybe even a couple of days ago. It might have been, just a couple of days ago, which is why I did this show. This is why I titled this show. We reviewed your repeal. I was able to log on. I was able to find out some information through a lot of frustration and just, trying different things. We reviewed your appeal, and we've determined that your channel violated our community guidelines, and we're sorry to say it is permanently banned. Permanently banned. Over almost 20,000 followers. We're in the Creator Fund, making money every day on TikTok with our views. Banned, gone, poof. You want to talk about skating on thin ice? You want to talk about, people always talk about being an entrepreneur, being a business owner. You have all this freedom, right? You get to live life on your own terms and you answer to nobody. That's a bunch of bubkus. You are at the behest of your customers, your clients. You're at the behest of these platforms that you depend on, especially in 2022. Like, if you're not online, I don't care if you're a flower boutique or IBM. If you're not building your online presence or your online reputation, you're in the Stone Age. Your business is not going to survive, period. It's just not. I'm sorry to say that. Small, medium, big. We depend on Facebook. We depend on YouTube. We depend on all these platforms. And TikTok has literally disrupted the entire playing field, which is why there's YouTube Shorts, which is why there's Instagram Reels, which is why there's, Facebook Reels now, which is why there's all these platforms trying to copy and steal these, right? Even LinkedIn is trying to go all in on video and short form content. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got a wow here. I don't know who that is, but yeah. Let me see if I can find out who that is. Yeah, it happened. It was Tam. Good to see you, Tam. Yeah, it was atrocious. Most importantly, it created such depression, sadness, deflation on our part. I mean, my wife and I, the first thing we said was, imagine if we had millions of followers. Imagine if we were making a full-time business just through TikTok. And they just decided on a whim, that you violated our guidelines. See you later. My point is, Nez Nation, the whole reason I'm going live, the whole reason for this video, for this show, is to point out that you as a business, you as a content creator, you cannot depend on any of these places to build your business. You're living on rented property. You're renting. You're not the landlord. I'm going to tell you how to become the landlord. I'm going to tell you how to avoid this mistake, because when I first started decades ago, I wasn't doing what I'm about to share with you. You can avoid years and years of mistakes, which this one mistake has caused, by paying attention to this. So listen and stick around, because I'm going to get really, really hardcore, comprehensive talk about how to avoid this. But I wanted to share that story with you. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat if that's ever happened to you, or can you relate to that, or how did you feel as a content creator, business owner, or even just somebody who, enjoyed having a creative outlet and you did nothing wrong. This happens all too often. Okay? And so we gotta be proactive, and we gotta really take things into our own hands. This happens all the time, y'all. Nano says humans are not reading the appeals through AI. That is the sad reality. Yeah, that's it. And guess what? that's something that, because these platforms are so huge, I'm going to leave that comment up here. My man Nano, Luis from Tech for Your Needs. Most of the time, your channel, your livelihood, your business is being banned, okay, by a robot, by artificial intelligence. I talked about this 6-7 months ago that our Facebook channel got demonetized over some complete um, wrong, unjustified charge. We eventually got it remonetized, but this is probably the most important thing I need to tell you guys in the years and decades as I've been doing this show, the Creator Economy Livestream podcast, Nez Nation Live. You need to build your own IP. You need to own your own audience. And so when they actually do this, which it's probably inevitable, it's going to happen to all of us, you need to be prepared. The one way to buffer yourself, the one way to foolproof yourself is to build your own audience, your own IP. So right now, I'm going to do the call to action. If you haven't become an insider, which is completely free, go to professornez.com/insider, just in case, who knows what could happen, all these platforms shut down. What if the government just decided one day, we're going to ban YouTube, we're going to ban Facebook, we're going to ban TikTok, we're going to ban Instagram? That could happen. Is it likely? No. Is it possible? Yes. Building your own IP. Which I did with this TikTok channel, right? Now, I didn't get everybody, obviously, but I got, a good amount of people because I went in, as I said in the description of this video, this podcast, I position myself in a way because I know how fickle, how flimsy, how unbelievably cruel sometimes building your online business, building content on these platforms can be. Good to see you, Brian. Sweeney says, got banned from Facebook, even though I only logged in once to check in. Yeah. I mean, it can happen to anybody. We got a channel that was earning 5 figures a month, demonetized. It was heartbreaking. It killed our revenue. I mean, imagine, we're all going through, most businesses right now are still trying to recover from COVID, mine included. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Are you a content creator? Are you a business? Are you a professional who's still, even this late in 2022, still experiencing the ramifications of COVID? I'd love to hear from you. I respond to all the comments personally, so let me know. They completely, hundreds of uploads. I even answered all the comments on TikTok. We had a lot of we had one video that had 2.2 million views. We were so proud of it. They didn't give us any reason. It's very general. Same thing with Facebook. Same thing. YouTube, I think, is getting a lot better at this. But Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, they don't give you any reason. They don't give you anything. It's something very vague. You violated our guidelines, which is such a broad thing. I went through the entire guidelines, content monetization policies, etc., etc., etc. It could be a billion different things. And then also, how do you interpret those things? The interpretations of those billion different things is totally subjective, and it's a nightmare. Worst case scenario for any content creator, for any online business, especially if you work your butt off like we do to build our presence, build our community, and build our platforms. Don't make this mistake. If you're watching and listening to this right now and you're only on LinkedIn, or you're only on YouTube, or you're only on Instagram, or you're only on TikTok, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You're skating on the thinnest of ice imaginable. And your business, your content creation, your content, your platform can vanish like that, because ours did. I don't want to see that happen to you. You need to build your own IP. You need to build your own intellectual property. You need to have direct access to your audience. My biggest expense is maintaining, growing, and monitoring and overseeing our email list. That's why I want everybody to become an insider. If you want the best information on planet Earth, okay, on how to monetize your skills, monetize your experience, monetize your creativity in the creator economy, then you need to become an insider. It's absolutely free. And all you need to do is give us your best email. We hate, absolutely despise spam, and we never share your email with anybody. Safe, secure. I mean, why would I do that? If I've earned your trust at all, why in the world? I mean, why in the world would I do that if I've earned your trust? Why would I do that? It just makes no sense why I would do that, right? Why would I jeopardize everything by sharing your email or giving your email out or spamming you? Hey, good to see you, AL in the house, Anthony Locke. Louise says, I also got banned from Facebook for no reason. My content is one of the cleanest content out there. Yeah, it can happen to anybody. Sweeney says, seems that most platforms are super strict. I've known creators who got banned from going live for supposedly impersonating actors. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you another example. I love this. This is what I love about our community, our Nez Nation Live community. We all come together and we share. I did a 2.5 hour live 2 weeks ago on our gaming channel. Live. And one stinking song that was playing in the casino that we were live at, one stupid song that was playing in the overhead, got our entire stream, and it was an awesome stream, got our entire stream demonetized. Total random, total accident. And it can happen. This is all the more reason, guys. There's a million stories like this. I mean, imagine if we were making full-time income from TikTok. And we were on our way, by the way. We were on our way. Luckily, I've been in this game for decades that I've built systems and processes to buffer this, to help circumvent this. I don't want to see this happen to you. You need to build your IP, build your intellectual property, own your audience, start building methodologies, systems, and processes so that when they do, it's not even a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because it happens to everybody. If they delete your YouTube channel, if they delete and ban your TikTok channel, if they delete and ban your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, which they're inevitably going to do, you can tell your audience, I've started another one. Here it is. Subscribe and follow. It's the most frustrating thing ever. But as I was saying before, the most expensive cost in my business is maintaining. One of the most expensive. It's definitely in the top 2 or 3. I mean, I spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not more, close to $1,000 a month just on maintaining, monitoring, overseeing, and growing my IP, my email list. This is your answer to algorithms. This is your answer to bots. This is your answer to artificial intelligence. This is your way to have direct access. So if you're not implementing a CTA, a strong call to action, some kind of way to let your audience know that this is really important, that you become, a member, that you become a subscriber to the newsletter, etc., you need to start doing that today, like yesterday. You need to start doing that like yesterday. Hey, good to see you. Lewis is in the house. Let me know how I sound, guys. How's the audio sounding today? I'd love to know. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Nano. Yeah, actually, it was another live stream. It wasn't that one that got demonetized. It was another live stream that got demonetized. One that I did very, very recently. I mean, the whims and again, I love what Nano said earlier. It's not even human beings doing this. This is AI, because these platforms, they have billions of YouTube cannot monitor all of us, but they have legalese that they need to follow. They have to avoid. All these platforms are literally performing risk mitigation every single minute of the day. And they're going to implement all the AI, all the bots they can. If something's even close to violating, okay, a guideline or policy, etc., you're gone. That's why I always say do advertiser-friendly content. Always think family-friendly. Can a 6-year-old listen to your content? If they can't, can a 6-year-old watch your content? If they can't, you have to face the fact that you're gonna have a lot of demonetization. You're gonna have a lot of problems. I mean, family-friendly content just does a million times better. And it's a better way. I recommend you do that because I want all of you guys to earn income by creating impact, right? So I want you to make money doing this because we need money to sustain ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to take care of our family. Thank you, Lewis. Good to see you, Al. Hey, Annette. Good to see you. Great to see you. Come on in. Make sure you slam a bam, lama, ding dong. That thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. We're talking about the one mistake that can end your online business as a content creator, as a thought leader, as somebody looking to build your reputation, somebody looking to build your presence. So if you're just joining us, that's what we're talking about. And you can see the thumbnail of the show. Don't let this happen to you. Don't let this happen to you. Because it happened to me, and it's eventually going to happen to everybody. And so how do you circumvent that? So I talked about one method. One method is to build your intellectual property, your own IP. Actually own and have access to your audience. Email marketing is very unsexy. It's very unfun, but you have to do it. If you want to be a full-time content creator, if you want to run an online business, if you don't have access, if you're allowing YouTube to control your audience, if you're allowing LinkedIn to control your audience, if you're allowing Facebook to control your audience, if you're allowing TikTok to control your audience, it's game over. You might as well stop. This was the biggest mistake I made when I first started. I didn't start building my email list until literally like 5-6 years ago. It was awful. And I've been in the content creation game for decades. I've been in business for decades, especially in the online ecosystem. Remember, I've been streaming since 1777. So if that makes sense to you, give me a hashtag yeah in the chat. Who's ready for the best tip number 2? And then I'm going to take your questions. If you have any questions at all, welcome to the Creator Economy Livestream podcast. I am your ambassador to the Creator Economy, Professor Nez. I've been in business, running business, teaching business at the university for decades. And this show is all about helping you monetize your skills, creativity, and experience in the creator economy. I am a full-time content creator with multiple online businesses, multiple brands, multiple channels. I can help you make money doing this, creating impact, which turns into income, actually helping people, doing what you love, setting life on your own terms. I can wear sweatpants every day if I want to. I don't do that, but I could wear pajamas every day if I want to. I save tons of money on gas because I don't drive anywhere. Gas prices are an all-time high. Inflation is an all-time high. If you don't have multiple streams of revenue, forget full-time content creator. How many people would love to make an extra 200, 300, dare I say 500 a month? Give me a hashtag me in the chat right now. That's what this show is all about. So I would implore you to become an insider. It's absolutely free. Then you're a VIP. You're a Nez Nation insider. And if we do get banned from TikTok again, if we do get banned from YouTube, if we do get banned from LinkedIn, you'll always have access to me. And I'll always be able to share the best information, the best content, the best everything. Okay? I'll be able to share all the greatest tools and resources to help you monetize your skills, creativity, and experience in the creator economy. The creator economy is the greatest invention since the iPhone. People who are post 40, post 50, especially for you, because you're able to share your wisdom, you're able to share your expertise, and you're doing so many things at once. Not only can you earn money, but you're creating real impact, which feels good. You're actually creating relevancy, which is huge important, and you're building your thought leadership, you're building your reputation online. It doesn't get any better than this. The creator economy is amazing. So number one is you've got to build your IP, but I have another one. And this is where it's going to get a little bit, a lot of people disagree with this. I'm going to take your questions too. If you have any questions, live streamers, live chat, put a Q in front of your question and then ask your question. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. Replay viewers, podcast listeners, there is a questionnaire form in the comments and the show notes and in the description. You can fill that out. It takes 2 seconds and I respond to all questions. I may even do an entire video and give you a shout out. So make sure you fill out that questionnaire form, especially if it's an in-depth question. So that's number 2. Shards of Gaming, good to see you. Great to see you, Shards. I'll try to help you out. If you can stick in there and hang in there and then ask your question, I can try to help you out, sir. I'll do my best. So number 1 is building your email list. Very unsexy. It's not fun to talk about. It's not fun to do sometimes. It's not fun. It's not as sexy and attractive as going live on Instagram or live on TikTok or creating video content or, doing all these different things, but it's imperative for your online business, especially as a content creator. Any online business. Then there's also, the second thing I want to share with you. And I've said this from day one. You need to have an omnipresence. Not just on YouTube, not just on LinkedIn, not just on Instagram, not just on TikTok. You need to have an omnipresence. Don't put all your eggs in the YouTube basket. Don't put all your eggs in the LinkedIn basket. You see Professor Nez has 20,000 followers on LinkedIn. You see Professor Nez has almost 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, Instagram. I'm everywhere. Okay? And most of the people that I know you guys like are going to disagree with this. They're going to say, no. You're doing it wrong, Professor Nez, because I've got it my whole life. You need to focus on just one platform and then do really well and then go to the next platform. That's all the online gurus, that's my impression of that was my impression of all those people. So, people like to say that, these gurus like to say that it's terrible. You're spreading yourself too thin. You're everywhere at once, right? You look at all the greatest business owners in the online space. You look at, all the people who are quote unquote influencers. They're not just in one place, right? Charli D'Amelio has branched off onto YouTube. She's branched off onto Instagram. She got her start on TikTok and she built her entire platform on TikTok. But she was smart because she knew, look, TikTok's just one place and I need to build on you need to have a multi-platform, omni-channel presence. Don't just focus on one platform, because if you were here earlier and you listened to what I said and how unbelievably nerve-wracking and deflating it was to find out about our TikTok channel getting completely deleted, unjustifiably so, how that makes me feel, how that makes my wife feel. We were close to 20,000 followers on that channel. Millions and millions of views gone like that. Imagine if we didn't have a YouTube presence. Imagine if we didn't have an Amazon presence. Imagine if we didn't have a Facebook presence. Imagine if we didn't have an Instagram presence. Imagine if we didn't have a LinkedIn presence. I wouldn't be live right now with you. I'd probably be still crying to this day. Most of you guys are making this mistake. You're thinking, I'm just going to go all in on YouTube and forget all these other platforms. Why is Mr. Beast on LinkedIn? By the way, Mr. Beast is on LinkedIn. Jimmy Donaldson is on LinkedIn because he knows, look, YouTube is where I create content, and you got to treat each platform individually and respect the culture of each platform. I talk about this all the time. Maybe I'll do an entire stream on creating an omni-channel presence. I don't know. If you want that, give me a hashtag yeah in the chat. Oh, I can't tell you how many of these so-called gurus, Nez, you're everywhere, man. You can't repurpose content. You can't be on Instagram. You can't be on LinkedIn. You can't be. Oh, man. I can't tell you how much terrible advice I've gotten, which is why I always say, take everything even I say, take everything anybody says with a grain of salt. If it doesn't hit you in your chest, if it doesn't align with your own instinct, values, and principles, throw it away. Even what I'm telling you right now, you shouldn't listen to anybody if it, contradicts your inner master. Okay? What's inside here? What's inside your chest? If it contradicts that, throw it away. And I knew in my heart when people were telling me, man, you're everywhere, dude. You're not going to build anything that way. You got to focus only on Facebook. You got to focus only on LinkedIn. You got to focus only on, forget you. I've built an omni-channel, multi-platform presence, and I've got multiple online businesses, and I'm sitting high and pretty. I don't care if the recession comes. I don't care if the depression comes. Ain't nothing going to stop me. TikTok can ban my channel again. Ain't nothing going to stop me. I'm trying to share this with you. I'm trying to teach you guys so you can avoid all these mistakes that most creators, most online business and thought leaders make. Let me know if that makes sense. Give me a hashtag yes. Give me a hashtag yes in the comments. Podcast listeners, replay viewers, leave a comment. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, I love this comment by Shards. Good comment, Shards. Yeah, because you have a main platform doesn't mean you throw away everything else. Well said. Good to see you, Anthony. Good to see you, Brian. Brian in the house. It's great to see you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. It just takes 2 seconds. Just click on it real quick. And share this out. Tag me on Twitter. Share it on your community tab. Share it on LinkedIn. Share it on Facebook. Share it. Retweet it. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Annette. Good to see you, Annette. Annette is in the house. Omni-channel presence. A lot of people discount audio platforms. A lot of people are like, I'm not going on Clubhouse. I'm not going on Spotify audio rooms or Spotify Live. By the way, Spotify video and Spotify audio live, it's coming in hot, y'all. Something I'm going to be talking about. Twitter Spaces. I mean, I know people who are making 6 figures just by hosting Twitter Spaces. 6 figures. So I have a presence on Clubhouse. I have a presence on Twitter. I have a presence on all these platforms. You do too. Well, it's so hard. Of course it's hard. I told you this is hard. I never gave you coconuts and yachts. I'm not one of those people that you see that says it doesn't take any work. You don't have to create content. You can just sit back, hang out, drink coconut drinks, buy yachts and buy private jets. I'm not that dude. It's the wrong channel for you. It's going to take blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. That's my three-prong, message to you guys that I've consistently stuck by. Blood, sweat, and tears, but it's worth every sweaty minute. It's worth every bloody minute. How bad do you want it? This is not one of those get rich quick. This is not one of those you just start, I'll just start a YouTube channel and start making $1 million. It just doesn't work that way. Okay? It doesn't work that way. Of course, there's outliers. Of course, there's some people who skyrocket right away. That happens. But I'm here for the blue collar content creators. That's an exception. That's a bonus. If that happens to you, God bless you. Love you to death, and I wish you continued success. It's certainly not the norm, though, y'all. It's certainly not the norm. So, an omni-channel presence. Well, Nez, I have a full-time job. Well, Nez, I have kids. Well, Nez, I'm married. Well, Nez, I have a mortgage to pay. So do I. How am I able to do that? How am I able to create content on LinkedIn, Instagram, Clubhouse, YouTube, Amazon? Blood, sweat, and tears. It takes capital H, hard, capital W, work. I don't believe in hustle. Forget hustle. Lean management, efficiency, time management, focusing on what matters. Most of you guys, and this is tough love, but I'm going to give it to you. Most of you guys spend way too much time on Clubhouse. Most of you guys spend way too much time watching somebody else's content. I believe that you should consume, all right? You should consume. I'm a consumer, but it's like, it does not get in the way of my creation. It does not get in the way of what's really important to me. It does not get in the way of my multiple businesses. It does not get in the way of my content creation. It does not get in the way of my live streams. Are there times where I give way and my laziness takes over or my consumption takes over? Of course, I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But there's a reason why I have multiple businesses. There's a reason why I'm able to sit at home every single day and hang out with my kids if I want to. My wife's not really happy about it. She's like, get out of here, go somewhere. She's not crazy about me being home every day. But guess what? You know what? I'm able to take care of myself. I'm able to take care of my family because something that we don't talk enough about, time management, efficiency with the amount of minutes, seconds, and hours you have in a given day. How efficient are you? Hey, good to see you, Chris Stone in the house, the greatest stream on planet Earth. Good to see you, brother. Dealcasters Live. It's always a pleasure to have you, sir. Sweeney says, I haven't been on Clubhouse. Don't feel there's anything I can do there. Yeah, I've got some videos talking about that, and it certainly can be a time rabbit hole, just like TikTok can be, just like any of these places can be. But hosting rooms based around your niche is extremely powerful. And, I have gotten, I can say this, talking about monetization, and it's not about monetization, but I've accrued multiple clients that have paid 5 figures for my services off of audio platforms like Spotify, Clubhouse, and Twitter Spaces. I don't do it as much anymore because, I had surgery recently on my voice, and so I'm trying to take it easy. I'm sticking to, again, it's about prioritization. It's about optimizing your time. It's about being efficient, right? But audio is another great way to create presence. Audio is another great way to 3-dimensionalize your energy. I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. People don't opt in. They don't hire. They don't purchase your accolades, your credentials, or your pieces of paper, aka degree or diploma. They opt in, they purchase, they hire, they subscribe to your energy. The more you understand this, the less you'll be worried about imposter syndrome, the less you'll be worried about saturation, the less you'll be worried about competition. Your energy is unique. It's different from anybody else's on planet Earth. From the beginning of time to the end of time, there'll only be one Professor Nez. Thank God. From the beginning of time till the end of time, there'll only be one Chris Stone. There'll only be one Anthony Locke. There'll only be one Annette Portaladin. Look, there's only going to be one Sweeney. There might be a bunch of people who are similar to Nez, similar to Chris, similar to everybody who's here. But chromosome for chromosome, molecule for molecule, there's nobody ever in the history of mankind that's going to be like you, exactly and specifically. What does that tell you? Everybody's got a piece of paper. Everybody's got can inflate their Instagram bio. Anybody can inflate their. I'm a marketing sorceress. Some of these LinkedIn headlines are absolute atrocities. I'm a branding sorceress, and I wizardry leads and generations to your inbox. Don't you want to follow me? Don't you want to connect? No, I don't want to connect. Please be gone. If you see sorcerer or wizard in anybody's LinkedIn headline, run for the hills, please. Run. Well, I'll tell you exactly how, Sweeney. And by the way, let's take the opportunity to sum up everything I've talked about, and then I'm happy to take any questions. I want to actually answer this because this is important. Good to see you, Chris. My man CS in the house. Dealcasters Live. If you're not subscribed to Dealcasters Live, there's something wrong with you. Okay, these guys are the best in the business. Jim and Chris are phenomenal live streamers. They're phenomenal Amazon influencers. They're phenomenal podcasters. You got to go check them out. Number one, build your own IP, build your own intellectual property so you can buffer and protect yourself against the whims and the fancies of these terrible platform AI and bots that can delete your channel, delete your page based on unjustifiable things or just based on even mistakes and errors. Look, I lost something like 20 grand in revenue because a bot demonetized our Facebook channel 6 months ago for a couple of months. We got it back, but that revenue's lost. Do you think Facebook cares? They don't care. They don't care. I mean, we're on their platform for free. They don't give a rat's butt, right? Build your intellectual IP. Actually, that's the same word. build your IP. Build your intellectual property. Build your email list. It's unsexy. It's unfun. But it's the one mistake that will hurt and end your online business as a content creator or anything else, any online business. There isn't an online business, there isn't a business in 2022 and beyond that can afford not to have an online presence. Most of your clients, most of your customers are buying online now than they ever will in person. And it's just going to get more and more and more. The metaverse, as much as maybe it doesn't make sense or we can laugh at Mark Zuckerberg, the metaverse is here and it's on its way and it's going to become more mainstream. And so this is just the beginning, y'all. I've been saying it a million times. Number two, you need to have an omni-channel presence. Don't put all your eggs in the YouTube basket. Don't put all your eggs in the Instagram or TikTok basket. You need to have an omni-channel presence. That's how you can avoid this tragedy that happens to so many creators, so many businesses when they just build on one platform only. And all the gurus will tell you otherwise. Nez, you're spreading yourself too thin. No, I'm not. Nez, you're everywhere at once. So your point? I mean, can you imagine if ABC, CBS, CNN, Fox, and all these if all these stations said, Nez, we're going to give you 10 minutes of free airtime to do whatever you want to promote yourself. You know, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, whatever, Steve Colbert, if they all said we're going to give you 10 minutes, I mean, that's the equivalent of me saying, nope, I'll only take ABC. Nope, I'll only take CNN or Fox. Nope, I don't want the rest of you guys. I just want one. What in the world are you thinking? Who would say no to free airtime? You've got the opportunity to reach millions on Twitter, reach millions on YouTube, reach millions on LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., etc. Why would you only take one? How bad do you want this? Blood, sweat, and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears, y'all. How bad do you want it? Because it's certainly not easy. I've been running businesses since 1455. It's not easy. Running a business before the internet was not easy. Running a business after the internet is not easy. Okay? Especially if you're a solopreneur. A lot of us can't afford to have teams or employees, right? So you need to really consider these two absolute golden answers and solutions to the problem of being at the behest, bowing to these platforms and just hopefully praying that they don't wrongfully scan or wrongfully ban your account, which it happens to everybody. If you have a question, please put a capital Q in the comments and then ask your question. Replay viewers, podcast listeners, there's a questionnaire form in the show notes, in the description. Please fill that out. I answer and respond to all of them, and I might even answer your question on the air and give you a shout out. So Sweeney says, I can't see how audio only talking about Minecraft would do any good. The true value with this game is visual. So Sweeney, as much as I love you, I vehemently disagree with you. Because check this out. I'm going to give you a format that you could actually do. Doesn't even have to be on Clubhouse. Could be a podcast. What if you and 4 other Minecrafters, okay, got into a room and you just start talking about the game, talking about your experiences, talking about everything that you guys go through, all the challenges, frustrations, all the levels, all the different assets, tools, and components to the game. I guarantee you, if 4 or 5 of you are in a Clubhouse room, there's going to be a ton of people who would get value from that, who might be listening in the audience or might be listening on a podcast. 0 visuals. It's just Minecraft gamers who are passionate, love what they're doing, really into the game, obsessed over it, and they're talking about it in a way that relates to everybody. This is what personal branding is. You talk about what you're passionate about. You talk about what you believe in. You talk about your specific thing or niche, and you talk about it in a way that's relatable, and you humanize that. Okay? I mean, I was doing YouTube channel reviews on Clubhouse. I was talking about what are the best tips for video content on Clubhouse. How do you talk about YouTube channel reviews and video content without any visuals? It's very simple. It's very easy. You just talk about it and you just describe it to the best of your ability, and you be real and you be human and watch what happens. Even if it's just one person who's like, man, I really like the way Sweeney talks about Minecraft. What if he is the, executive product manager at Twitch? Who knows? What if he's like, I want to make him a partner in Twitch. I really like the way he talks about it. Maybe I'll sponsor him doing audio rooms on Spotify, on Twitter Spaces, on Clubhouse. That happens all the time. People who've never even had a sponsor are getting sponsors on Clubhouse and on these other audio platforms, podcasts. People who've been creating visual content for decades are just now getting and creating, becoming audio influencers in these spaces. So I love you to death, Sweeney, but I would disagree. Now, if that's something that you don't think you could sustain long term, if that's something that you feel, it's just not your thing, it's not fun, it's not enjoyable for you, then don't do it. There's obviously other different ways. But the point is, you can create presence in multiple manifestations in so many different methods. You can create, it's about creating awareness. It's about creating that presence. You're not selling anything. That's how you make money in the creator economy. You don't sell a darn thing. Don't sell anything. All you're doing is you're providing value. You're providing solutions. You're entertaining. You're engaging. You're making people aware of who you are by 3-dimensionalizing yourself. You're telling your story to the world. You're invisible until you tell your story. I don't know who you are. And with all intents and purposes, I don't care until you tell me your story. Storytelling equals visibility. Visibility equals your ability to create value, create audiences, create community, create impact, which in turn turns into income, monetization, full-time, part-time, what have you. That is literally the creator economy formula right there. But it's not really a formula, so I want you to throw it away. What I want you to do, because there is no gimmick, it sounds almost like a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. Just be human. Be present. Be consistent. Work your butt off. Know the people you serve and serve them ad infinitum, and watch what happens. Beautiful things will happen. Give me a hashtag yeah in the chat if you're getting value from this stream. I just want to say really quickly that I appreciate this Nez Nation audience so much. You're watching the Creator Economy live stream podcast show. Today's show is all about avoiding the one mistake that can end your online business as a content creator or anything else. I don't want this to happen to you. And, I'm your ambassador to the creator economy. My name is Professor Nez, and I've been running businesses, helping businesses, teaching business at universities since time immemorial, for decades. And I'm here to share with you all the different ways that you can monetize your creativity, your skills, and your experience in the creator economy. The creator economy is the greatest invention since the iPhone. Post 30, post 40, post 50, especially for you. There's so many ways you can share your expertise. There's so many ways you can monetize your expertise in this creator economy. So I want you to leave me a comment. I am here to serve you. I'm here to serve you. So I want to hear from you. What are your challenges? What are problems that you're facing? What are you struggling with? What's giving you a headache in this creator economy? What's stopping you from being a full-time content creator, from creating your thought leadership and your personal brand online, which again equates to relevancy. If you're not relevant, you're dead. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. Because everybody you're competing with is trying to maintain and create that relevancy. Relevancy is the name of the game. It's not necessarily about monetization or relevancy leads to monetization, but sometimes it's not about creating a quote unquote business, if you will. This is about relevancy. Are you a project manager? Are you a VP of marketing? Are you a director of business development? Are you a cybersecurity expert? Creating relevancy in this creator economy, in the online ecosystem, is going to enhance and further stabilize your career, give you more longevity, give you more opportunity to make more money at said companies. It's not just for content creators. It's not just for live streamers, not just for podcasters, not just for online businesses. For you, anybody out there who wants to earn more, grow faster, and stress less. Very, very important. Okay, I'll take a couple of questions here. We've got Tech for Your Needs, who is my main man, Nano. His question is, what is one advice you would give yourself now that you wish you knew before, so you don't make the same mistake? Build your email list. Build your email list now, yesterday. Build your own access, own your audience, own access to your audience. So many of us, we hope and pray that our followers or our subscribers will watch our stuff or check out our stuff. But guess what? Even if they hit the bell, even if they turn on all notifications, you're relinquishing control to these platforms. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you. These platforms don't give a rat's butt about you. You need to take ownership. You need to create your own IP, which is why I want every single one of you to become an insider. Go to professornez.com/insider. That way you'll never miss out on the greatest resources, tools, updates, newest features, and methods for you to monetize your skills, creativity, and experience in the creator economy. So the biggest mistake I wish I didn't make, the biggest mistake I made, which actually thwarted my ability to earn higher income earlier on, was I didn't build my own IP. That's number one. And then number two is build an omni-channel presence. Okay? Don't put all your eggs in the YouTube basket. Don't put all your eggs in the Instagram basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Create a presence, an omni-channel. There's so many people who disagree with this, by the way. And let me know in the chat, in the comments, where do you stand on this? So many people disagree. I mean, Nez, you're everywhere. You can't do that. Oh, really? I can't? Interesting. Because I'm earning money from LinkedIn. I'm earning money from YouTube. I'm earning money from Amazon. I'm earning money from all these platforms. That's interesting that you say I can't do this. Anybody who says you can't do this, or you're doing it all wrong, I would just be very suspect of. Okay, I would be very, very suspect of. Thank you, Annette. So that's what I would. Those two things I would do ASAP. I mean, those are the biggest mistakes I made when I first started. Those are the biggest mistakes I made. I focused only on Periscope when I first started. I wasn't on Facebook Live until, I mean, I was when it came out, but you know, I I I had the audacity to believe in myself. I had the audacity, and I was lucky too. I started when I was in my, 30s and 40s, right? I had the when I say started, I mean I started in the online kind of content creation space. I had the audacity to believe that somebody out there needs to hear what I have to say. And the comments that I get, I just shared this on the community tab recently, this one comment where, matter of fact, let me see if I can bring it up. I mean, this to me means the absolute world to me. This comment right here, let me see if I can bring it up. Let me know if you guys can see this. I'm going to put this comment up right here. This comment right here, it just makes my heart sing. This is what it's all about to me. And for audio listeners and for podcast listeners, this is a comment that I got not that long ago, where this amazing Nez Nation audience member said, "I have backed up the video several times to take more notes. You speak very clearly, but I want to catch everything. Actually, this is my second sitting, and I'm only 2/3 of the way through the video. I don't think I can thank you enough." When I get comments like that, you guys, when I get a comment like that, I literally I'm literally brought to tears. Like those kind of comments mean the absolute world to me. They mean everything to me. Creating that kind of impact and having somebody, I hit the jackpot because, the number one thing you need to do as a content creator, the number one thing you need to do as a business is you need to serve, right? You need to put your audience and your customers first. I hit the jackpot because my natural temperament, I love more than anything to see people around me happy, to help other people, to teach and inspire. Mostly I love to inspire people because I know how good it felt when I had my dark days and I was inspired, right? So I feed off that. I'm not saying this, as, oh, look at me, I'm like Mother Teresa. No, it's actually very selfish. I devour that kind of feeling, and I want more and more and more. It means the world to me. That comment lifts my spirits higher than anything you could ever do for me, higher than buying one of my courses, buying my books, opting into whatever, my academy, or giving me a super chat. Those kind of comments, it's everything. I mean, it sounds crazy. A lot of you won't believe me, but it's everything. Hey, good to see you. Dole Whip Dad in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Please smash that thumbs up if you haven't already. So I hope that answered your question, Luis. And again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's here. If you have any, I want to put it out to you. Leave a comment. Fill out the questionnaire form. What are things that you're struggling with right now with your business, with your content, with your online presence, with your online reputation? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the questionnaire form, because I am here to serve you, Nez Nation. Bring in more humanness to this digitalness. That's what we're all about. And this is the Creator Economy Livestream podcast show. I'm your ambassador to the creator economy, Professor Nez, saying, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you an amazing, amazing week. And don't forget, make sure you become an insider so you don't miss out. I'm bringing on expert guests. We still have a lot of giveaways coming out this year. I'm going to be going live every single week, giving you the best information on how to monetize your skills, creativity, and experience in the creator economy. So make sure you become an insider. It's absolutely free, and we despise spam and never share your email. So become an insider today. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know about your questions. I really appreciate you guys. Love you all. Have a great week.